In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix upper back and neck pain for good. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with a lot of upper back and neck pain right now, definitely check this video out. What usually causes this is a blend of weakness and tightness in the main muscles that support this area. These muscles include the upper trapezius and levator scapula. To fix this, I'm going to show easy exercises that are going to help stretch and strengthen these main muscles for both quick and long-lasting relief. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles, be shown in different positions. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really good exercise that we can do standing. What you're going to do is make hooks with your fingers and then lock them together. With this one, it doesn't matter which hand is out in front. In fact, during the exercise, switch it up. You may get better results. But what you want to do is get your hands pretty close to your chest, and then from there, you're going to try to pull your hands apart, but you're going to resist against that movement. When you do this, you're going to feel a really deep activation of the muscles in between the shoulder blades that works across the upper back. Build into this one as much as you can. What we're going to do from here is now slowly raise our hands upward towards the ceiling towards one side. So I'm going towards my right. As you raise your hands up, the activation of those muscles becomes much deeper. So build into this one, hold it comfortably for about 5 seconds, lower your hands, and then go towards the other side. From here, what we're going to do is go through as many positions as possible. So go up and down. You can start to do circles in both directions. You can also do shapes or even write your name in the alphabet. When you do this, you're going to find that one certain position just offers the most relief, really attacks that tightness, that achiness, and pain. At that point, keep building into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more on our neck. So let's get back into our original position, but this time around we're going to have our hands right up against our chest. We're going to try to pull them apart, activate those muscles, and this time around what we're going to do is slowly tilt our head towards one side, taking our ear towards our shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch form in your neck, pretty much from your shoulder all the way towards your ear. Build into this one. Hold it comfortably for 5 seconds, release it, repeat it on the other side. Do this nice and slowly for 3 to 5 repetitions on both sides. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But go through all these movements. Focus on the position, I should say, that offers the most relief, and keep repeating it over and over again until everything is nice and loose. Here's a really good exercise that we can do seated. The first thing that we're going to do is have very good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. With this one, I always like to target the side that has the most pain or discomfort first. Let's say that's our left side. So what you're going to do is take the hand on that side, reach across your body, and grab on the outside of your leg. Hand on the other side grips the chair just like this. The first movement is going to be a turning or rotating movement through our lower back. And what we're going to do is slowly twist towards the other side. Do this slowly until you feel a deep but comfortable stretch form in your lower back. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this and now do the same thing with your upper back. So twist through your shoulder blades and shoulder towards the other side. That stretch is going to work from the lower back into the upper back. Again, build into this one as much as you can. The last movement is slowly turning our head towards the other side, kind of like looking over our shoulder. And now that stretch is going to work from the upper back into the neck. So pretty much a stretch from your lower back all the way into your neck. Hold this comfortably for 15 to 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But if you would like to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper stretch, this is what you can do. Let's get back into our original stretch, and what I'm going to do this time around is tilt my head towards my other side shoulder, kind of like taking my ear towards my shoulder. Do this slowly because you are going to feel a deep stretch from your upper back working into your neck. At that point, again, hold this for 15 to 20 seconds, release it, throw a couple repetitions in. Another movement that you can do that offers a very deep stretch is to take your ear towards your other side shoulder, but when you hold this, slowly turn your head upward towards the ceiling, kind of like rotating to look upward. Hold that for a second or two and then look downward towards the ceiling. So it's kind of just turning our head like this. But go through all of these movements. The odds are you're going to find that one just offers the most relief. And at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to help keep everything in balance. Here's an exercise that's a little bit more advanced but can offer a really deep stretch into those main muscles that cause upper back and neck pain. This first one is going to target the upper trapezius. So whatever side that you're having the most discomfort or pain, let's say it's your right side, take the arm on that side, bend your elbow at 90 degrees, and slide your arm across your lower back until you feel a light activation of the muscles around the upper back and the shoulder. You're going to take the hand on the other side and hook the side of your head like this, and now slowly pull your ear towards the other side shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel that stretch work upward towards the side of the neck. Build into this one as much as you can, and then what you're going to do is slowly turn your head to look upward towards the ceiling. But do this one slowly because this stretch is going to become very intense very quickly. Hold this comfortably for 15 to 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So the next exercise is going to focus on the levator scapula. Again, whatever side that you're having the most pain or discomfort, let's say it's our right side, what you want to do is slowly turn your head towards the other side shoulder until you feel a light stretch in your neck. You're going to hold this, now take your hand, hook the back of your head, and slowly pull your chin downward towards the floor right here, kind of towards your armpit. We call this one the armpit sniffer for good reason. This time around, you're going to feel a little bit different of a stretch. This one usually attacks the neck a little bit more. So build into this one, 15 to 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. But go through both of these movements. The odds are you're going to find one that offers more relief. And at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to help keep everything in balance. So now let's go over a couple strengthening exercises that you can do daily for long-lasting upper back and neck pain relief. This first one we can do standing. We just need to go right next to a wall. So get pretty close to it to the point where your chest is touching. You're going to take your hands, palm side, place them on the wall, and slide them straight upward towards the ceiling. When you can't go any further, what you want to do is shrug your shoulders upward until you feel a deep activation of the muscles across the upper back into the neck. You're going to hold this, and now what you're going to do is slowly lift your hands off the wall and press them backward as much as you can. Do this slowly because you are going to feel a deep, intense activation of those upper back and neck muscles. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds. You're going to release it, take a breather. But this is how we're going to take it to the next level. What we're going to do is slowly slide our hands downward a couple inches and then repeat. So we're going to reach up, shrug, and then lift off. Hold that for 5 seconds. Keep repeating this, pretty much going all the way off to your side like this until you're working your way all the way towards the floor. I try to do this whole complete cycle at least 2 to 3 times, but the odds are you're going to find that one certain position, like right here for me, just feels like it's really weak, or maybe it's just really tight and achy. At that point, I treat it like my weak link and keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or it feels like I got a really good workout. So here's a strengthening exercise we can do in bed or on a floor. Just lie on your stomach like this. It's going to be 3 different movements that are going to target different muscles. So the first one is putting our arms right off to our side palms facing towards the ceiling. What you want to do is press the back of your head straight upward towards the ceiling and lift your chest off the floor at the same time. You're going to feel a deep activation of the muscles in the upper back and the neck. We're going to hold this position during this exercise and now take our hands and press them straight upward towards the ceiling. At this point, you're going to feel a really good activation of the muscles around the shoulder blades. At this point, you want to hold it for 5 seconds. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But let's take this one to the next level, target some more muscles with some different movements. So the next one is taking your hands and putting them right on the back of your head. What you want to do is press your head upward towards the ceiling, chest up like this, but now we're going to wing our elbows straight upward towards the ceiling. This one really targets the muscles in between the shoulder blades. I feel it pretty much across my whole upper back. 5-second hold, you're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this again for about 10 times. And with each repetition, just build into it a little bit more. The last movement is putting our arms in front of us, kind of like a Y position, so right off to our side. And we're also going to do a hitchhiker sign with our thumbs towards the ceiling. At this point, we're going to press our head up, chest up, lift our thumbs upward upward towards the ceiling. And you're just going to notice it hits the muscles a little bit differently. So go through all of these movements. The odds are you're going to find that one just feels like it's really weak, tight, or achy. At that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or it feels like you got a really good workout. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.